Hello and welcome to Astronomy Daily, the podcast that brings you the biggest news from across the cosmos. I'm your host, Avery.
And I'm Anna. It's a packed day, Avery. We've got a massive rocket gearing up for launch, a rare lunar event, a disappointing update on a once promising exoplanet, and a fascinating new strategy for finding intelligent life.
Let's not waste any time then. Let's start with the big one. SpaceX is getting ready to fly Starship again.
That's right. This will be the 10th overall test flight for the Starship system. The massive Super Heavy booster has been moved to the launch pad down at Starbase in South Texas, with the launch tentatively scheduled for this Sunday, August 24th.
And for anyone who's new to the show, we're not exaggerating when we say massive. Starship is the largest and most powerful rocket ever built. This is the vehicle SpaceX has designed to eventually send people to the moon and Mars.
Exactly. This upcoming launch marks the fourth test flight of 2025. And as many of our listeners know, the previous 3 flights this year ended prematurely. SpaceX is known for its rapid, iterative approach to testing. They build, they fly, they learn from any failures, and they fly again quickly.
And that's really what sets SpaceX apart from traditional aerospace, isn't it? The old way was to test everything on the ground for years, aiming for perfection before the first launch. SpaceX treats it more like software development. Launch, find the bugs, fix them, and launch again. It's a build, fly, learn, repeat model that moves incredibly fast. So what does a successful test look like this time around? Are they trying to get to orbit?
The flight plan is similar to the previous attempts. If all goes well, the Super Heavy booster will perform its burn, separate from the Starship upper stage, and then conduct a soft splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. The upper stage, or ship, will continue on a suborbital trajectory, re-enter the atmosphere, and aim for its own splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
Fingers crossed for a successful flight. Each step gets them closer to returning astronauts to the moon. We'll be watching closely on Sunday. Speaking of the moon, the Starship is a crucial part of NASA's Artemis program. It's not just about SpaceX's ambitions, it's about a global effort to return to the lunar surface. For our listeners who might not be familiar with it, what exactly is the Artemis program?
The Artemis program is NASA's ambitious plan to establish a sustainable human presence on and around the moon. It's a multi-stage effort with the ultimate goal of not just visiting the moon, but learning to live and work there. This will then serve as a stepping stone for future missions to Mars. From a future event to one that's happening this week, on Saturday, August 23rd, we'll be experiencing a black moon.
A black moon? That sounds incredibly dramatic. Is this an official astronomical term?
It's more of a colloquial term, actually. It's not something you'll find in astronomy textbooks. A black moon refers to the 13th new moon in a single calendar year. Normally, we have 12, one for each month, but because the lunar cycle is slightly shorter than our calendar months, we get an extra one every few years.
So it's a scheduling quirk. So what is a new moon for our listeners who might not know?
A new moon occurs when the moon passes between the Earth and the sun. From our perspective, the side of the moon facing us is not illuminated by sunlight. So the moon is still up there in the sky during the day, but we can't see it because its dark side is facing us and it's lost in the glare of the sun.
Which means if we can't see the moon, the night sky is much, much darker. This is fantastic news for stargazers.
Precisely. Without the moonlight washing out the fainter stars, a new moon provides the best conditions for stargazing. So while you can't see the black moon itself, its absence makes for a perfect opportunity to get out your telescope or even just a pair of binoculars and enjoy the night sky.
All right, from good news for stargazing here on Earth to some less than stellar news from far away. Anna, what's this about the James Webb Space Telescope delivering a bit of a letdown?
Yes, this story concerns an exoplanet named GJ3929b. It was once considered a promising candidate in the search for Earth-like worlds. However, new data from the JWST has determined that the planet likely has no atmosphere at all. It's now believed to be a bare rock.
Ah, that's a shame. You hear about these potentially habitable worlds and get your hopes up. Why was this one considered so promising to begin with?
It's a rocky exoplanet orbiting a red dwarf star, a type of system that is very common in our galaxy and a key focus for scientists. This observation was part of a special program using the JWST, specifically designed to study these rocky worlds and hunt for atmospheres.
So even though it's a disappointing result for this specific planet, it's still useful data, right?
That's the key takeaway. Science isn't just about finding what you're looking for, it's also about ruling things out. These findings, well, not what we hoped for, are crucial. They contribute to our understanding of how planets evolve and what factors allow a planet to hold on to its atmosphere. It helps scientists refine their models and know what to look for and what to avoid in future searches. Every discovery, even a null result, is a piece of the puzzle.
Speaking of searching for things, our last story is the one that really caught my eye. It's about finding the best places to look for signals from intelligent alien life. This is the big question, isn't it? Are we alone?
It certainly is. And this new research from NASA's Deep Space Network and Penn State University offers a clever new approach. Scientists analyzed 20 years of data from NASA's Deep Space Network, or DSN. That's the network of giant radio antennas we use to communicate with our spacecraft across the solar system.
So they weren't looking for incoming signals, but looking at our outgoing signals.
Exactly. They mapped where our most powerful deep space radio signals have been pointed over the last 2 decades. And they found something fascinating. Our transmissions are overwhelmingly directed towards our spacecraft near Mars. We are constantly beaming information towards the red planet.
So what you're saying is we've been accidentally broadcasting "we are here" in the direction of Mars for years.
In a way, yes. The study suggests that if an extraterrestrial intelligence were located in a place where they could see the Earth and Mars align, there's a 77% chance they would be in the path of one of our powerful transmissions. This gives us a targeted search area.
So the best place to listen for aliens is where they would have the best chance of hearing us first. That makes perfect sense. It's like checking your missed calls.
It's a logical strategy. The researchers recommend that the search for these technosignatures should focus on planetary systems that are edge-on to our own solar system's plane and relatively close by, within about 23 light years. It's a way of narrowing down an impossibly large search area to something much more manageable.
What an episode we've had. A rocket launch, a sky-gazing opportunity, a reality check for an exoplanet, and a new roadmap for finding ET.
It just shows that there's always something new and exciting happening out there. That's all the time we have for this episode.
If you'd like to read more about the stories we discussed today or browse our archive of back episodes, be sure to visit our website at astronomydaily.io.
Thanks for tuning in to Astronomy Daily.
Clear skies, everyone.